The NFL is on EA Sports, and we're at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida, with the echoes of cannon blast still ringing in our ears from the north end zone. The Bucs were introduced a moment ago, and they are all set as their guys will do battle with the Kansas City Chiefs. Harrison Butker ready to get us started. This should be fun. The Chiefs and Bucs are underway from Tampa. Fielded in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Let's go, D. Mike 56, Mike 56. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
On first down, Brady. That's out to his running back, Fournette. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 24-yard line.
A first carry for Leonard Fournette. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
Fournette, the ball carrier.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So now first and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 44-yard line. From the gun, it's Brady. A pass underneath for Fournette. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Steps away to his left. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Brady. Open man has got one. It's complete. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive.
Neiman on the tackle.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the Chiefs' 25.
Shotgun now for Brady. Flush to his right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Tom Brady flashing the mobility, scrambling there for a first down.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Into the red zone, it's Brady. And he's got it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Tom Brady with a touchdown pass to Chris Godwin. And the Bucs take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Buccaneers 7, Chiefs nothing.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up first and 10 at their own 23. Off the play fake, he'll set up to throw it. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And it's 3rd.
And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And this is caught by Watkins. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards. Now Edwards-Helaire. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. The 20. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
At the 10-yard line.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Not the kind of game that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of game that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. JPP cruising in for the sack that time. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
On 4th down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Buccaneers 7, Chiefs 0.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
From the 24, Brady eluding the pressure right. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. First catch there for Evans, good enough for a first down.
The 5-yard line.
Now Jones. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
Brought down at the
Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Jones, the ball carrier.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
And that's the kind of stand all defenses are seeking. 3rd and goal, backs against the wall, and they get a monster sack, and now they're going to force them into a field goal. For them, that's a win.
Buccaneers 10.
So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick, But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Kelsey, the intended receiver there, but it's going to be second down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Right back to Edwards-Helaire on first down. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has three options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
Going deep here for Watkins. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he'll go out of bounds finally at the 7. A big play there, Mahomes to Watkins, 45 yards. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make it 3rd and goal. Looking to throw is Mahomes. A screen to Bell. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown.
Number 26.
From 6 yards away. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played. Throwing on first down is Brady. Looking for Godwin, and he's got it complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 23 yards, the final tally.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. I want that. Give me that. Hey,
Brady. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
47-yard line.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11.
Mike, 53.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. On the move to his left. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bashaud Breeland.
Good job, good job.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Incomplete on the throwaway.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. Right hash mark, a 42-yard attempt. Butker's kick here is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
Indians to kick off for Tampa Bay.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. 25 yards that time.
First down, Chiefs.
They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And down to the 29-yard line. It's another first down as they bite off 23 more on that one. Defense really kept him in check running the football in the first half. Maybe that'll be a spark for him here in half 2.
So 2 words come to mind for me. Resilient, because he has to keep bouncing back after some limiting runs. And how about relentless? Keep going, knowing that you may pop one, as he just did there.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Jason Pierre-Paul able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Butker's kick here is good. And the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead. Well, they don't get a touchdown here in the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. 12 yards there and a first down.
36-yard line.
To throw is Brady. Escaping the pressure right. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
That's another Buccaneers first down.
Fournette on the counter. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Operating from the gun. Brady, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. From the gun. Brady. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the first at the 32. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. So they'll pass on what would have been a 49-yard field goal attempt, and they're going for it on 4th down. He's got Evans. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. 1st down on a pickup of 11.
Check 26, check 26.
Brady gives this one off to Jones. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down. That fits the bill.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Brady on the bootleg. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Now Brady. Flushed out right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. But it'll be 2nd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Bucs are going to retake the lead. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
4-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker, and he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
Mahomes pass.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Take over 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
So after the INT, it's Brady. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Chris Godwin that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down. A lone 2nd remains now in this 3rd quarter. Looking back to the air on 2nd down. It's Brady. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Forced out to his left. And that's incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds a defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Now, this was still going to be a one-score game either way, but still, that's a potentially harmful miss here in the 4th.
It certainly is, because if you consider that now if they give up a touchdown, they give up the lead. So he might be getting the side eye by the defenders coming out on the field now as he goes back to the bench after that miss.
Here a throw taken in by Watkins. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. The end result, 21 yards.
And the 1st down, Chiefs.
Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you've got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage, and that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles. Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mahomes. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down at will.
Chiefs.
Here's Edwards-Helaire. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Touchdown, Kansas City.
A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs are once again going to retake the lead. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead.
The score, Chiefs 20, Buccaneers 17.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And no return on this one. It's a fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he's got a first down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning.
2-yard line.
So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. And they get him down right near the midfield stripe.
Ball carrier.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 50.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Back to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
They'll look to throw. And this one caught by Cameron Braid. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 29-yard line. Brady to his tight end Braid for the Tampa Bay first. Fournette, a first down carry. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
A throw there by Brady, intended for Gronkowski, but incomplete. Gronkowski, the intended target, and it's third down.
Brings up third down and the 11.
Brady to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41.
Complete to Leonard.
They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. And it'll be fourth down. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So some pressure now on the kicker, Ryan Succop. This to potentially send us to overtime. And this kick is not going to get there. It's short and no good. Well, that would have been something if he could have saved him from that long distance there in the closing seconds, but it was just not meant to be.
They need a little more time and a little more yardage to give him a realistic shot. And that kick's a good metaphor for this game, isn't it? They're going to wind up a little short in the end.
And they'll indeed take a knee. So they lost yardage and they declined the penalty. There's no logical reasoning to do that.
I'm trying to go through this little Rolodex in this small brain of mine, and I'm coming up with nothing, partner. I got zip on that one. Take the yardage, right? Take the penalty. I don't get it.
I don't get it either. So this one in the win column for Kansas City, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
The NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room, and we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Chicago Bears. Here's the Australian-born punter Mitch Wishnowsky to get things going. And we are underway from Santa Clara. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now Trubisky on first down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line.
2 yards on the play.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first. Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Fourth down now as San Fran's defense was strong in coverage.
And that may have been incomplete, but he reminds me so much of when my dad used to take me to the baseball stadium and watch the home run hitters in batting practice. I'll get to the stadium early just to watch this kid throw it. He can throw it out of the stadium.
And this will not have the distance to get there. Short, no good, just under the crossbar, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make this a second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. And he is going to have a Niners first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. The tackle by Robert Quinn.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
4-yard line.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 23. A gain there of 21 yards.
23-yard line.
Garoppolo going to give to Mostert. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Garoppolo on the bootleg. Flush to his right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Kendrick Bourne, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 5.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second, it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
Their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Yeah, they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Back deep, Trent Taylor. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10.
24-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. A quick throw caught out wide by Bourne. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Now Mostert. Tackle made there by Bilal Nichols.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
They'll run with Mostert, and across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. A 3-yard touchdown run, and the 49ers add on to their lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 13. So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
I know it looks like fun to guys like you and me. We're up here in the booth and everyone watching on television, but are you kidding me? In the snow, that type of a play, in the cold, you know that had to hurt to make that play.
I'm just mad he didn't make a snow angel while he was down there. Opportunity missed. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Mostert. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
He's going up top for Taylor. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
20-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back? He's got a man, complete. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Allen Robinson, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Bears are able to show off their quick strike ability. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now.
Makes the score Niners 10, Bears 7.
After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He fakes the give here and looks to throw. That's complete. It's Kyle Juszczyk. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
It's a gain of
maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. A play fake from Mostert. Now Garoppolo. Buying time to his left. That's caught by his running back, Raheem Mostert. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Raheem Mostert. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly for 6. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through.
For San Francisco.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Looking into the snowflakes, and he muffs it. That'll be taken. Oh, that is going to be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come up to 6.
That's a lot of points. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Play action, Garoppolo. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big play there for the Niners. 43 yards. A reminder, coming up at halftime, while the two of us head for warmer areas of the press box, we'll be sending you to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half. Now a throw left sideline here is complete, and they'll get this down to the 10. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal. Here's Mostert. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Eluding the pressure right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
And it's caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They do get 8 out of the pitch and catch. However, it's 4th down.
Brings up 4th down and goal.
Can this defense hold him out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. They'll run it with Coleman. And this winds up a disaster. Nowhere near the marker. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And the Chicago defense able to come up with a goal line stand. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky being chased out left. And this is going to be a safety as Trubisky gets swallowed up in the end zone. And Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down, it caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Open man is born. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
At the Bears' 48-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo got the connection here to Bourne. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2.
Here we go. Come on, let's go. 58.
Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Not too many breaks ahead according to the radar. More snow on the horizon as we are back underway in half number 2. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime working with them on here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. To credit that sack to Robert Quinn.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Screen play, McKinnon. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signify.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And a return across midfield into the 46-yard line. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
At the 43-yard line.
Dancing to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Is third.
On 3rd and 1, it's Trubisky. And the throw there going to be incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Escaping the pressure right. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the 49ers are going to get the football back.
Is a turnover on down.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. So a little extra on top of the big play there.
It's tough for guys rushing the passer, but you have to know when the ball is gone. And if you listen, officials will tell you ball's gone. He didn't pull up.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack. Steps away to his left. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting there in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride the offense this go-around. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off, and now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Looking at it from the defense's perspective, they could have really used the football to try to start eating into this deficit.
Yeah, because now possession's so crucial at this stage of the game. And when you've got an opportunity to hop on a turnover and you don't get it, you can feel the frustration all the way up here.
And the offense, they're living right now. Another bounce and break that goes their way. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets them up 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And the Niners are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
A gain of 7 brings up 2nd and goal.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And the lead is now 24. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. A nice little juke. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
The Bears take over.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky. Darnell Mooney, the target there. And takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Going up top from Miller. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A big connection on that one. 51 yards.
And the Bears.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
31. Bears 7.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Looking to throw again, Trubisky. Flushed out right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And the Bears are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. The Bears on the move. They've got another 1st down. Flush to his right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Darnell Mooney, the target there. But it'll be 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Throwing once more, it's Trubisky, eluding the pressure right. And he is out of bounds here. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought and he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown, Bears.
12, Allen Robinson.
Allen Robinson. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Bears get a bit closer.
Well, if you've got him in your fantasy league, you like his production, his 2nd touchdown of the game. But right now, his team is trailing. Fortunately, he's playing pretty well and trying to keep him in it.
Yeah, they might need a little more from him here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they continue to call his number. Right now, he needs his defense to step up and give him a chance.
Well, that certainly makes things more interesting. You get the score, then you get the onside kick. A little uphill battle still, but a start.
It's not mission accomplished, but the plan is working. They're in a great spot right now, and the best part, they put the defense right back out on the field after having already scored.
Yeah, they've got the momentum here now.
Trubisky's pass.
Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
A gain of 9. Brings up 2nd.
To throw again on 2nd down. Trubisky gonna let one fly. And this is taken in at the 5.
Trubisky.
Then he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That one good for 37 yards. Escaping the pressure right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Mitchell Trubisky to Allen Robinson. And the Bears cut into that lead.
The Bears will line up for the 2-point.
The touchdown all set up by the big play one snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play, got the momentum going, right? That's you create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
At their own 37-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
They'll take over.
A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Anthony Miller there to make the grab. And now the Bears are within a 2-point conversion of tying up the game. And he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the 4th. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
Jerick McKinnon now to return. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this. And nothing but daylight ahead. He's at the 30. And he will finally go out of bounds, but not before he takes it down to the 25. A big play there for the Niners. 43 yards on the ground. On 1st down, they go with Mostert again. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 20-yard line.
Here's Mostert. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
The ball carrier.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. He finds Coleman. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a 1st down.
This is Mostert. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Akeem Hicks that time on the tackle.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
That's complete right around the 8. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. And it's up and good.
makes the score Niners 38, Bears 31. Wishnowski to kick off for San Francisco.
Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now it's Trubisky. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's throwing it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
They tried the throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Trubisky to throw. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Fourth down. Here's Trubisky. Forced out to his left. He can run. Now Trubisky lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. 20. And this defense has broken it open as they return it to the house for 6. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now Gold for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Niners 45.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear it, the coaches. And the Niners get there and bring him down. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
It's second down.
Another try after the first down sack. Trubisky, and he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Javon Kinlaw in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. Buying time to his left. He's going to run, but he's now a loose football. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
Bears 31.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about it.